What is up, guys? My name is Audio House, and today we have a gameplay of Titanfall Beta, Search and Destroy, also known as Last Titan Standing. It's a game mode in the Titanfall Beta, and I really like it. It's very reminiscent of Search and Destroy if you play Call of Duty. It's a really fun game mode. You only get one life, you only get one Titan. And interestingly enough, you actually spawn in a Titan. You start with a Titan. So you start every round. It's best one, or it's actually first 1 to 4 rounds wins, which is exactly how Search and Destroy works in Call of Duty. So it's really best of 7, I think. Yeah. But you start off in a Titan. And then when all the Titans are gone, the other team wins. Which is kind of interesting because in this game mode, you wouldn't really want to leave your Titan around, like leave it behind. Because if your Titan gets destroyed, even if you're alive, once your Titan is gone, then that hurts the team. So everyone could be alive technically in the round, but if all your Titans are destroyed, then the round is over. So, it's more important to keep your Titan alive. It's more important for you to stay alive too, because once you're dead, you're out, and you can't really be helpful. Now, obviously, sometimes you don't have a choice if your Titan gets destroyed. But in that case, you can get out or eject or whatever, and then try and help your team out by taking up the other Titans with your anti-Titan weapon. So, yeah. I kind of like this game mode. It kind of adds a competitive element to Titanfall. I didn't really feel the competition in the other game modes, especially in the Team Deathmatch game mode. And this definitely feels more competitive, more Call of Duty-like. I like it though, for that reason, because it feels refreshing, but at the same time, it kind of feels familiar that you get to have a game mode that's kind of similar to Search and Destroy. I wish other games had Search and Destroy game modes. You know, I always thought the Halo would be really fun to have. They had like a Search and Destroy kind of game mode, and then they never had one. And Battlefield also. They might have one in Battlefield 4, I don't know. I think they actually do, but it's taken them a while to have a game mode similar to Search. But I like game modes like these because it adds value to your life, and it adds value to, in this game, your Titan. If you only have one, then obviously it's more valuable how you spend your time, and and where you are on the map, and how you help your teammates out. So it's more strategic if you only have one life, because there's consequences for dying. And I think when that price is put on your life, and there's consequences for dying, then it adds more value, I guess. Adds a more strategic element to the gameplay, which I felt was missing from the game until I played this game mode, which is pretty cool. The games actually last a lot longer than the hardpoint domination, the team deathmatch type games. I think this one here is close to like 10 minutes or 7 minutes, I don't know, but it's pretty long actually for a Titanfall game. Actually, it's close to 18 minutes, which, I mean, dang, 20 minutes for one game is pretty long if you think about it. That's like Battlefield status. But regardless, it's really fun. It's a really fun game mode. In this game, I am using the Atlas chassis, which of course is the only choice you have in the beta, along with the 40mm cannon, which I like against Titans because it really chips away at their health in big chunks. It's pretty accurate. I actually use the 3 burst attachment or modification for it, so it does more damage quicker, which is good because it chips away at their health more in bigger chunks. It's less accurate than just a single fire 40mm. You know, I added the 3 burst attachment. It's less accurate, so you kind of have to use it at a mid to close range. It works best, I think, at medium range, and also you're getting 3 shots in the time it would normally take you to shoot 1. So I definitely was able to take down Titans a lot quicker than I normally would be able to. In this game mode, I'm trying out the lock-on missiles, which I kind of liked actually, because once they lock on, it's kind of hard to get that first initial lock, but once you do, one of my tactics I like to do is you can actually fire the missiles almost up into the air, and they'll still kind of follow the target and hit the target usually, which is cool because once you're locked on with the missiles, you can just kind of aim up in the air and the missiles can fly over obstacles and you're more likely to hit the target. So this Titan class obviously was specifically designed as an anti-Titan kind of class, since this is a Titan versus Titan game mode. You know, everyone spawns in Titan, so it makes sense to do that. That being said, I also use the shield, the vortex shield, and I believe, I'm not sure what other perk I was using. It might be the one that you regenerate your like missiles faster. Not sure, but either way, it's definitely an anti-Titan class. One of the things that was frustrating about this game in particular, not this game, but this match, was I kept getting killed by people who had already gotten doomed. Their Titan is doomed, or going nuclear. They're about to blow up and die, and they still managed to kill me. In one instance, I actually was a pilot, and I was shooting at this Titan, and it gets doomed, and while they need to eject if they're gonna live, and while their Titan is yelling at them like, oh my god, you're gonna blow up, he turns and shoots me and kills me as a pilot while he's in his doomed Titan, and it's just frustrating. It's like, dude, just eject already, you know, like, don't focus on me, you know. But and then another time, my Titan is really low on health, and this other guy's Titan is doomed. I think I take it down, or I almost do, and I literally, he dooms me, and in the process, he's close enough to where he punches me, and he rips me out of my cockpit, and throws me, just, like, this is all in first person, he just rips me out of my cockpit, and then just chucks me across the map. And I mean, it was epic and everything. Obviously, it's frustrating when that happens to you. It's cool when you can do that to someone else, and I'm just watching the kill cam, and I was like, man, that was me. But, that's why I like this game, because there's just a lot of variety in how you can die. You know, it sounds kind of weird, but it's cool. You know, in Call of Duty, the different ways that you can die are just frustrating. You know, you're either shot around a corner because of lag compensation. The game lets you walk around the corner and you die, trying to run away from gunfire, or, you know, Call of Duty Ghosts, you have C4/, you know, the IEDs, you know, that just blow up and there's no way to really avoid them unless you run Blast Shield, or whatever that perk is, and it's just, the variety of ways that you can die in that game is just frustrating. And in Titanfall, they kind of made the ways you can die, even though your dying isn't like something you want to do all the time. When you do die, it's kind of, they kind of do it in epic ways, you know? You have these giant robots doing karate and like ripping other players out of cockpits, and you know, you get killed in kind of these epic ways, so it makes it kind of interesting, makes it a little fun. It's not just the same old being killed and shot over and over again. It was kind of funny because when I was plucked out of my Titan and thrown across the map, at the end, it almost looked like I disintegrate, and it just like my stomach floating in midair or something. I don't know what that was, or my intestines or something. I don't quite know what that was all about, but they're just kind of hovering there, and I'm not sure what exactly, if that was a glitch. I mean, I know this was the beta, but I thought that was kind of funny. I actually didn't notice it at first in the gameplay, but going back and watching it, I just saw this, and it was quite amusing. But anyway, so, as we know, the beta is over, and the actual game is coming out in like 10 days, which is pretty cool. I mean, we have a full Titanfall game, we played the beta, and we got a lot of positive feedback from everyone, really. It really was a good game, really well put together, and I'm really surprised because I know they always hype up these games, and just the past couple years, the past 2 years especially when they hype up a game, it's just, you know, you get really excited for it, and then you play it, and you're like, this is crap, you know. It's kind of like Call of Duty and even Battlefield, it's, you know, they show all this really action intense gameplay and you're like, oh, this is really cool, and then you pop in the Battlefield disc and you're running around for 15-20 minutes, you know, before you get to action. You run for 15 minutes, then you get shot and by some guy in a tank, and then you spawn and have to run another 15 minutes because your teammates took the Jeep and drove it with themselves, you know, by themselves. You wouldn't actually want to wait for your teammates to get in the gun. Let's just take the Jeep and drive off, you know. So, and then Call of Duty's no better. So, I mean, both those games, they really hype them up and they look amazing in the gameplay trailers, and then they're not fun, or they barely are. So, this game, you see all this really intense gameplay that looks amazing, and I can't help thinking. Can't help to think to myself, is this gonna, actually be this awesome, or is it gonna be another, game that I don't like? And playing the beta, it definitely lived up to the hype, definitely lived up to the expectations. After the beta was over, it was hard for me to go back to Call of Duty because it was just that much boring. I was like, wow, I wish I could be playing Titanfall. And I think the game's gonna be remarkable. I think it's gonna be great. And all my speculation was for nothing because it really was a good game. That being said, I don't know if they're going to change a lot since, comparing it to the beta. I don't really think they can ruin the game. The beta was fun. I don't think the final product is going to be, like 10 times worse. If anything, they'll probably make things more balanced and they'll make things fun to do. But anyway, you've listened to me ramble on for about 11 minutes now. So, yeah, I guess it's time for me to end. We still have more gameplay here, a couple more minutes. So anyway, thank you for watching, guys. And please check out the rest of our videos on the channel. I know the rest of us have been working hard to put up content. We have a lot of cool stuff. We have Titanfall. I'm sure we're gonna have Dark Souls stuff. Dark Souls 2 stuff coming out. That game comes out on the same day Titanfall does, which is pretty cool. I'm psyched. 2 great games coming out on the same day. That's pretty awesome. And we have some GTA stuff, and yeah, that's basically it. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please check out the channel, like, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends about us too, because we've been putting up stuff for a long time, and I'm really surprised how little fan base we have. Actually, it's, we only have like 300 something subscribers, and I look at other people's channels and they're not even, half as put together as ours, and they have like thousands of subscribers. So we really appreciate your guys' support. If you could please tell your friends about us, we would really appreciate it even more. So thanks, guys, and I'll talk to you guys later.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall. This is a Titan mission. Wipe out the enemy Titans and make sure we're the last one standing. it on. All units, be advised. We are mission complete. Nice work.